Does Trader Joe's have any good Pinot Noir? I wanted to know, so I did the only thing that made any sense. I bought every single one of them. But I have to say, I don't feel particularly confident in this tasting. Why? Because what non-wine people don't know is that winemakers call Pinot Noir the heartbreak grape. This is because Pinot Noir is a notoriously difficult grape to grow. It has a much thinner skin than other grapes. This means old Pinot can be pretty sensitive. Like, really sensitive. Of all red grapes, it's the most susceptible to damage from weather, temperature, disease, rot, mildew, pests, and fungus. This means Pinot Noir crops have a lower yield per acre than other grape varieties. Much lower. In fact, Pinot Noir has a 50% lower yield per acre than Cabernet Sauvignon. Even crazier, it has a 75% lower yield per acre than Sauvignon Blanc. So that's why it can be pretty challenging to find great Pinot Noir at a low price. They just cost a lot more to make. So you can see why I would be nervous. Considering the average price of these 21 wines is about 15 bucks, would any of the producers even be able to make a good bottle of Pinot? Or would they all just be heartbreaking? Today we're gonna find out if Trader Joe's has any good Pinot Noir, and if it does, which one is best. By the way, I'm Dustin. I make wine videos for non-wine people. This isn't the first time I'm doing something like this though. In a previous video, I tasted every Bordeaux wine from Trader Joe's. You can find it here. I will say I am particularly curious about Trader Joe's own house brand of wine on this one. It's their Grand Reserve from Carneros. That's right, Grand Reserve. Those are the big boy words. At only 13 bucks, could it beat wines that cost 2 to 3 times as much? Or is it just a grand waste of your buckaroonies? Your bahuskis? What do people call money? Waste of your buckaroos. There's only one way to find out. Are you ready? Let's get to boozing. Let's get boozing. Let's get to boozing. Let's get to boozing. Does Trader Joe's have any good Pinot Noir? Here we go. Okay, it is toeing the line between interesting and potentially gross. We all know that something that smells tropical can be really beautiful, and something that smells like sunscreen isn't. So let's find out. Oh my God, this sucks. It absolutely tastes like bile. It tastes like I put a bunch of 9-volt batteries into a Vitamix blender, blended it with human bile to make this alkaline, acidic mixture that just came together that is so not healthy and good for you. And then I guess put some Welch's grape juice in it because it's also sweet. We're getting this kind of pretty packaged thing that slips into the perimeter and it slips in and it explodes. So it's absolutely disgusting. It's an F. Full stop. This sucks. I don't ever want to drink this again. And that's super disappointing because people are getting totally ripped off. And so consumer advice is don't ever buy this one. And also do better. This is one of the first that looks rather concentrated. You can tell from the color that it's a much deeper tint of purple. And so it would be a stretch to say it is implicitly a indicator of quality, but it isn't a bad sign. This clearly has received more skin contact than some of the other wines that I've tasted so far. And that typically translates to more flavors. And so are those good skins and so you get good more flavors, or are they bad skins and you get bad flavors? You can't tell. Also, it doesn't smell like anything at all. This is kind of interesting. So much so that I'm gonna take another sip because I almost don't believe it. Well, hot damn, we have something that's pretty good. Like a sort of classically California Pinot Noir taste. Again, I say these things and then it's gonna be like, oh, bam, this is the only one from France, or it's gonna be the ones from Willamette or something. You know, we'll see. The point is, California Pinot Noirs tend to have more sweetness and suppleness. I don't personally prefer Pinot Noir from California, but if I was gonna drink one, this is a pretty good one. Its only flaw is that beyond it being acceptable and pretty good, there's not much else to write home about. It's like, it's pleasant in the mouth. It's pleasant in the mouth. That's such a weird thing for me to say. Anywho, this is pleasant in the mouth. You know, because its primary characteristic is being pleasant in the mouth, I'm gonna call this a weak B. What weak B, why would it not be something higher? Because for it to really be a B, there should be something that we can communicate to another person that's more than just like, oh, it's really drinkable. This is very drinkable. This is a great wine for folks who are new to wine. I think they would really enjoy it. Oh, that smells like a butthole. I kind of think like a pleasurable kind of butthole smell. There are buttholes in the world that we all like aspire to smell. I don't know what to say. I just feel like it smelled like a butthole. Also, like, I'm sorry. I don't feel like this is the right time to ask for you to like and subscribe this video, so I won't. Let's see how it tastes. I hope it doesn't taste like buttholes. For the novelty alone of the smell of buttholes. It's interesting, but it doesn't have anything going on. Besides that very unique tasting note that I shared earlier, it's a solid C. I would expect to pay between $10 and $12 for wine of this quality. If you're into what I've been talking about so far, maybe it's a little bit higher for you. That's for you to figure out. Yeah. Hey. It looks, yeah, you know, from your angle, it probably looks okay, but you gotta look at it so pale. Maybe not even wine. It's thin. Let's give it a whiff. I would say it doesn't pass the whiff test. Not too much going on there. Oh, that absolutely sucks. It sucks. It fucking sucks. It doesn't F suck. I'm not gonna put it all the way down there, but holy shit, does that suck. Wow. It tastes like nitroglycerin and grapes. It is possibly the weakest D that I've ever experienced. I feel like I need an Excedrin just to begin to stave off the future headache that I know is coming as a result of just having tasted this wine. Why not an F then, Dustin? Are you afraid to give Fs? Maybe. Maybe I am. I don't know. I don't want the wine conglomerate that made this to like feel bad, I guess. I don't know, but boy, this is not great. You should only drink this if it's free, and even then, think about it. Next one. I'm literally alone in my house, like my wife's at work, and I'm just in here making noises and drinking wine. So let's go, baby! Woo! Let's go! Yeah, that just kind of smells like rubbing alcohol and wine. Not totally looking forward to this one. That fucking blows. That seriously, this sucks. I can't give this an F, but it is the weakest D. This is the weakest D I've ever experienced. I deserve better D. I deserve stronger, thicker D than this weak ass D. It just sucks. It really feels like I'm drinking a hangover and a headache mixed into one. It's like right there. It is so close to really earn the F. Like it is missing like pure spit take. Like this isn't for humans. It just means that they didn't even achieve wine. This is wine, but it sucks. It's terrible. No one wants to drink this. Don't ever drink it. Don't buy it. Yuck. All right, here we go. This one is pretty light looking, not so much depth to the color. Oof, not so much depth to the smelling scent. Yeah, this doesn't smell very good or like anything, honestly. Oh, this is not very good, honestly. Like I'm teetering between a weak C and a D. Why would anyone drink this? For that reason, like why would anyone drink this? They're not gonna die. They're not gonna be entirely offended by it, but they're not gonna feel anything. And we're emotional creatures. It just makes me feel apathy. Is that even a feeling? I feel like I don't feel anything. Yeah, you should only drink this unless it's completely free. Oh man, it's like for a fleeting second, it seemed interesting and then it just evaporated. So not a great start? Question mark? This wine kind of hurts my mouth. Like it just doesn't make me feel happy. And I can't give it an F. An F is like my body rejects it, but boy, now it tastes like red wine and it actually tastes like a Pinot Noir, but It just sucks. Yeah, this tastes like a headache. It just tastes like I am going to have the worst hangover in the world tomorrow. This wine sucks, so D. Is there anything else back there besides Pinot Noir? Oh no, I did this to myself. It's literally just Pinot Noirs. And not even like fine Burgundian Pinots. They're just basically all US grocery store Pinots. Oh joy. I know these are wine videos for non-wine people, and I'm being snobby, and I'm trying to make this less snobby and less complicated. I think I'm making it less complicated, but my wife will attest, I can be a little snobby. And it's not that I'm being snobby, oh, I need fine wine, whatever. It's just that these wines, a lot of them, they taste like supermarket wine. And fine wine fucking rocks. And it just haven't been too many fucking rocked ones yet. So, let's give it a sniff. It's fine, honestly fine. Like nothing, just fine. That is really not very good. This tastes like that absolutely awful feeling that rises up in the back of your throat when you're about to vomit or when you've just vomited. It's that biley, stingy, it cloys in the worst grippy way. It makes me want to vomit. This is an F. You should never drink this wine. I wish that I hadn't had to try it. I really dislike it that much. And yet I feel like I'm sowing the seed. I'm sure you will return to me in some way, shape, or form when we do some like worst wines I've ever tried video and I have to drink them all again. And I'm already getting a headache. I don't ever want to see you again. I just wish the best for you. That's what I wish. It's just easy to take that road of like, you know, I hope you die in a dumpster fire. I don't want that for you. I want you to somehow turn your life around. I want you to like find a new path. Maybe there's something else you could do. Maybe like red wine vinegar would be an interesting new kind of course of action for you. I don't know. I think you should journal about it. Yeah, I think you need to get your life together. Ugh, I feel like I'm not yet totally in like the zone. You ever feel that way? You ever feel like you're just not totally in the zone yet? It's just been a long day. I need to get here. Okay, let's give this thing a, I don't know if this smells very good at all. You know, there's a person out there that's gonna like this. That's cool. Like, this is red wine. It is classically red wine, and that's it. There's nothing else happening in this glass besides the impression of the concept of red wine or vino tinto. This is a weak C. I would expect to pay no more than $10 for a wine of this quality. These supermarket Pinots are killing me. Let's have some fun though. That doesn't smell like much of anything at all. Honestly, like very little. You know, fuck. This sucks. It doesn't smell like anything. It hurts my mouth. It has absolutely no redeeming qualities. I would be embarrassed to give this to anybody, any circumstance. It reminds me of communion wine. And I was a good Catholic boy growing up. You know, they've got that chalice, gold cup everyone is sharing and putting their mouths on. And they're just like, the blood of Christ. That's what this is. This is the blood of Christ. It's not a religious thing. It's just like, this is like communion wine. Yeah, it just sucks. Don't buy this, ever. It's an F. Don't ever buy it. I wish I could catch it on fire. This actually smells great. This is very interesting. I like to say on the nose. This is really interesting on the nose. It has complexity. It has fruit. All in the nose, in the olfactory organs. It's nice. Yeah, let's get to it. I would not say this delivers on the promise made up front, which is bullshit, you know? Like, you want someone to follow through. This wine does not follow through. I'm gonna say it's a solid C, which means I would expect to pay between $10 to $12 for a wine of this quality. But the most interesting thing about it is just simply smelling it. Tasting it, it's fine. It just smells, or it tastes just kind of like Wine. Yeah, just wine. This is orange. Orange, you happy to see me? Orange, you happy to see me? I wish someone could talk to me and tell me. Is anyone orange to happy to see me? Let me know down in the compliments if you're orange to happy to see me. Just say something in the comments section. I'm gonna read it all. In a voice that's like, ooh, compliments. Back to business / boozing. This smells like literally nothing. Oh boy, man. I know you don't know where I am. I don't know where I am. Like, I don't know which number this is, right? Like, I'm just doing these randomly. But it feels like I'm in the middle of like a slog. This is such a weak C. That's it. I don't know what else to say about it. I wouldn't pay more than 10 bucks. It's fine. Unlikely that it's worth your time or money since very few of these bottles were under $10. You probably shouldn't buy this. That's what I have to say. Boo, orange. I am orange, not happy to see you. Fuck you. Here we go. This smells like a Westin hotel, and that is pleasurable. They have a signature scent, and that signature scent, green tea, shit, I don't know. It's just like green tea something. Like it's like green tea soap, pretty discernible. Yeah, and like this has it. I really like it. It makes me feel like I'm about to lay my head onto a pillow at a Westin hotel. That's really nice. Let's see if it feels like I'm about to make love to this wine on that pillow. That's weird. That's super weird. You can't make love to a wine. That would be crazy. I don't get particularly jazzed about things in the C range. Is there a joke in there? Like, I meant C, but do I mean like sea to shining sea? It doesn't matter. I love you, audience. In fact, I'm just starting this thing out, and as I'm filming this, I have 2 subscribers on my channel, and it was so exciting to me. So I truly mean it from the bottom of my heart. This has been like so fun and exciting. And I say that to say like, I care about you. And I am blinded by my love for the Westin hotel scent right now. I want to give this a strong C just because of that scent. But if you have memories like I do, I was a Big 4 consultant, Big 4 traveling consultant for 12 years. I've stayed in a lot of Westins, so in a way, it reminds me of home. If you have that same memory, boy, this is your wine. It's still a solid C. This wine, I would expect to pay between 10 or 12 bucks for a wine of this quality, but shit, if you've got Westin memories, if that place is a little bit like home to you, this is a strong C. I don't like it. I don't like the smell of that. I don't like it at all. I don't think it smells like anything in particular besides an old hallway. Yeah, we've all been in an old hallway. That makes sense. That makes sense. Ah, man. Okay, this old hallway tastes fine. Yeah, this is just super uninteresting. It smells like an old hallway. It tastes like light red wine. I don't really want to drink any more of it. It's a weak C. And it's like, why don't I go D? Why don't I just give it the D, Dustin? It's not, I think a D is like, it's gotta have some serious flaws, and this thing's only flaw really is that it's just completely uninteresting. Like, it is a nothing burger. So this is a weak C, and I would expect to pay no more than $10 for a wine of this quality. Yeah, it's got a little bit more interesting stuff on it than some of the other wines we've tasted or smelled so far or whiffed, but it's not really like wowing me. Boy, this wine, yeah, it's a weak C. Get done scratching my face. The camera does not love when you scratch your face because then your face gets all red. You get these like splotchy marks on your face. Listen, you probably think that I'm deep in this tasting based on my behaviors. You might be correct. You might not be. I don't know. I guess like the sun changing, like I think the lighting in here is probably changing is somewhat of a giveaway. Anyway, this is a weak C. I would expect to pay no more than $10 for this wine. And the reason why is that it grasps briefly, fleetingly at things that could be interesting. It's like, ooh, a little bit of sweetness that just evaporates into sour. Ooh, there's like a tannin structure, like a bottom end that just quickly evaporates into acetone. And any fruit that's here is literally flutters away like a butterfly. It is so fleeting. Any experience of this wine is brief and fleeting, and you're just kind of left with a negative, soury, cloying taste. It's not very good, but it's not like rock bottom bad. And so for that reason, it earns the weak C. You're a weak C. I feel like this smells fruity. It's pleasant. It's lightly pleasant. No one, and I mean no one, is gonna write a letter home about the way that this smells, but it's pleasant. Boy, this is okay. So this is a weak C. I would expect to pay no more than $10 for a wine of this quality. It's really basically fine. It's not entirely offensive, but I couldn't really describe to you anything about it. I feel like, I want to look at it, but also 21 of these, let's just maybe get to it. Ugh, I feel like this smells like industrialized wine, but the worst kind. Now, what I mean by that is not the absolute cheapest. I would be surprised if this is the absolute cheapest wine out of all of them. But there are these mid-tier, low-middle tier wines that are huge mass-produced wines. Normally 15 to 20 bucks a bottle, so they kind of message as a more premium product. But they have this scent. It's like they cannot separate the manufacturing process from it. And I have to use the word manufacturing process. This wine smells fake. It smells like there's coloring, and you can't smell those coloring things, but it just smells like they added sugar. It just doesn't smell like, ooh, delightfully naturally sweet. It smells saccharine. Let's see how it tastes. Watch me love it. Oh boy. We have ourselves an absolute beginner wine here. What I mean by that is this is sweet. It's not like a dessert wine sweet, but it's sweet. Honestly, just tastes like blueberries and blackberries. And coming from Pennsylvania, where I hail from, we're no stranger to blueberry wine, which, is maybe better than this. No, when I think of a wine that an absolute beginner would probably enjoy, it's this. But it's not like other easy drinkers where everyone would enjoy them. Once you get past the very beginning initial stages of enjoying wine, you're probably gonna not enjoy this anymore. It's just a little too sweet. Syrupy, everything about it tastes kind of fake. It just reminds me, it's such a cliche to talk about Welch's grape juice, but when a cliche works, it works. This is like drinking adult grape juice. There's absolutely a market for that. But for me, it is a D. I would never drink this unless it was free. But I think for general consumer advice, which will be the final rating here, I think it's a weak C, and I would expect to pay no more than $10 for a wine of this quality. So you're really sneaking by here, buddy. Yeah, he's sneaking by. Wait, what's that? Yeah, he's sneaking by. Oh, you don't like that he's sneaking by? Yeah, but I just wanted to say one more thing. Likes and subscribes again. You just want to talk about likes and subscribes again? I feel like we need to put the just get likes and subscribes, please. Okay, yes. I hope people like and subscribe too. I swear to God, I'll come for you in the night. Okay, all right. Okay. Back to boozing. Let's see what we got here going on. Ooh, that's lovely. Okay. This has faintest little whispers of blackberries, like black fruit. Really elegant. It's pretty. Not at all beating you over the head with it. Just like a nice little hey, guess what? You're like, what? It's like blackberries. Oh, yeah. Blackberries. Unfortunately, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's a solid C, right in the middle there. I'd expect to pay between $10 to $12 for a wine of this quality. And frankly, it just has so many flawed things going on that any of that cool blackberry talk from earlier, all that sexy blackberry stuff, just comes out in the wash. It is. solid C. A little bit of reluctant. Really enchanted by the blackberries. I love blackberries. And this really tastes like, but boy, it also tastes like rubbing alcohol. And it also really tastes like bad cheap wine. So 10 to 12 bucks. Solid C. Let's drink vino. Absolutely nothing. Not even a hint of something. Not a little something or a something something. Just a bunch of nothing. This is deeply uninteresting so far. It's a little bit more interesting to taste it than it is to smell it, than to whiff it. It has some qualities of fine wine, like higher quality wines. It has pretty good tannin structure, which kind of gives you this feeling of like a buzzing on your tongue, but it's pleasurable. Pleasurable buzzing. Some fruit that's balanced. It's got some oaky vibes. It's good, but it's also just not very concentrated. It just tastes thin. And there's not much complexity beyond the things that I just described. Like, it's fine. So ultimately, this is a weak B. I would expect to pay between $15 to $20 of a wine of this quality. This has that totally industrialized, weird premium sweet. I swear to God, I would love to have an opportunity to interview. I don't know what this is. My guess is like Meiomi. It's like Meiomi or Boen or something. These like big producers. Like just the smell of it, not even tasting it. It's a wine that I feel has probably been created via a focus group. It just smells what a panel of 1,000 completely random people said they wanted in a wine, and the directive was, you gotta get all of it. It smells sweet, earthy, fruity. It's like, Dustin, what do you mean? That smells great. But it has no clarity. It smells like it's artificial. It smells like it's all just there at the same volume at the same time, and it just smells unnatural. Here we go. This wine, unfortunately, doesn't even have that, like, the concept of the loudness of 5 distinct, pleasurable things happening at once for a moment. It kind of has sweetness. It kind of just has a cloying, sour taste. Woodsy in a bad way. Woodsy can be really like a kind of a cool thing. You kind of get this feeling of like all of a sudden you're transported to a redwood forest, or you're in front of a campfire or something. This tastes like pine tree air freshener that's hanging from your car's rear view mirror that's been there for a while. So yeah, actually it is a D. I was gonna say it is a D because it's so sour that it hurts my mouth. Like I can't even drink this. Yeah, I don't ever wanna really drink this again, and it would be a journey for me to get through a glass or two. So it's a full D, the fullest D. Double green is one of the darkest ones I've seen. It makes my eyes happy. Let's give it a little whiff. This is interesting. It actually has a smell of tension to it, which is, basically means that it smells currently lightly of like an acetone, which sounds really negative. It's so light and it's giving way to this like much deeper experience that isn't like fully formed. To me, is messaging like a wine that's potentially of higher quality and would probably benefit from some air just based on the smell. Let's give it a taste. Oh yeah, okay. Wow, this is pretty good. Feel like I have so many things to say. So what makes this so pretty good is that it exhibits the qualities of fine wine. It has layers of flavor, layers of experience, honestly, and an evolution on your palate. What you start experiencing at the very beginning is not where it ends. So many wines, especially those that are cheaper, and I hope this is one of them, ultimately kind of homogenize the winemaking process and you just kind of get this one note thing. But typically more expensive wines are really more about the taste of a place. Like, okay, these are grapes from, they're from that vineyard, they're from that hill. And so you're really getting this like specific taste as opposed to just like a homogenized taste. This has some character like that. It's quite pleasurable. It is by no means the best Pinot Noir I've ever had. I'd say this is a strong B. The reason why is that it's still not the most complex thing. And I think you'll likely agree with me. The whole thing about Pinot Noir is that you're seeking something that's like supple, elegant, and like kind of sexy, seductive. This is a little big, it's a little loud, it's a little Bordeaux-y, it's a little Cabernet Sauvignon-y, like so much so that I'm just kind of like, I want one now. Like I kind of want to have a glass of Bordeaux or a glass of Cab Sav. I don't know the purpose of this Pinot Noir in that sense. To me, it kind of is coming across a little bit as a flaw. Yeah, so this is a strong beat. I would expect to pay between $30 to $40 for a wine of this quality. We did it! Yay! Woo! Oh man, I am definitely a little drunk. Oh, 21 wines is too much. I need water and aspirin. Hot tub would be nice. Hot tub would feel good.